So yeah, this is Alistair.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage? Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from the Circle of Magi. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize. Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining. Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before? When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started. With the mage, the Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar. Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech. Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them? Right, that cut-purse Duncan conscripted. Not sure what Duncan sees in him, to be honest. Keep an eye out, maybe we'll see the other one, or I can track him down later. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Yeah, Sir Jory is around here somewhere, but for the life of me, I can't remember where he's supposed to be. I'm gonna check the map real quick. You know, Alistair's cool, you know. He's one of those people who, you know... Yeah, he's a former Templar, but we do get... Oh, here, there's Sir Jory. He was here.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about. Sir Jory is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I wasn't aware elves could join the Grey Wardens. Those camped in the valley are all human.
Yeah, and again, if you're a woman, he says, oh, I didn't know Grey Wardens could be women.
No, clearly the Grey Wardens pick their recruits on their merits. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance? As am I. Has anyone told you about it? I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
He blended in with those other knights so much that I didn't see him. And I didn't see his name amongst the generic knight names, you know. Okay, let's talk to Duncan. And yes, I am using a mod to give us Grey Warden armor, because this particular armor didn't come along until Dragon Age 2.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit. For the joining itself, I'll explain more once you've returned. Of course. You must work together to collect the components, however. It's as much a part of the joining as what comes after. There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can. It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true. No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task. Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with. It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Okay then. And let's see if Davith has the skills to unlock those chests. Let's see. Wait. Alistair is a romance option,
Well,
but
this
Sally
nonsense
is
talk stopped
female
immediately.
only.
What are you, a bunch of Natric fishwives spreading gossip until you brown your small clothes out of terror? We've seen
Oh, look at
nothing
that,
to
you
suggest
can.
that the Darkspawn drag our people underground to eat them. And I want this talk about Darkspawn enslaving survivors to stop immediately. Keep your minds focused on the battle. You fight for Ferelden and for your king. Remember that.
Okay, let's see if I remember where all the other chests are. If you hold down tab, it can highlight something you can interact with, which is very useful. This really is the kind of game that is meant to be played on a PC, and the console version is... It's not a bad port, it's just kind of an inferior version. And there's the Tranquil chest, which we cannot access yet. Oh. I have also downloaded a mod that should make the female armor more unisex and remove the annoying boob cups. But hopefully it worked, and if it doesn't, I may have to mess around with it a little bit for my next before I continue playing. And he has insufficient skill. Huh. Okay, let's head into the wilds.
It will be done.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Dangerous wildlife.
Did I sell my mage staff? Crap.
Stay back!
Very well.
I think I'm gonna go back.
I am ready. I hailed from Redcliffe, but Duncan recruited me in Highover, a city off the northern coast. Have you traveled there? I was in Arlayman's retinue when he attended King Maric's funeral. It was in Highover that I met my Helena. I was smitten. She has the most beautiful eyes, my Helena. Now, for years I found any excuse to return there. We married a year ago. Arlayman gave me leave to serve in Highover, but I was attempting to persuade Helena to come to Redcliffe with me, at least until I was recruited. Last month, Duncan visited Highover, and the band held a tournament in his honor. I won the Grand Melee. It was hard to leave my wife. We married only a year ago, and she is heavy with child now. But Ferelden needs my blade, and I shall not falter. He has a seemingly impossible task, with a scarce handful of Grey Wardens, yet he does not complain or flinch from his duty. We need to find those documents and the Darkspawn blood. It should be interesting. Indeed.
I'm just gonna go back and buy a staff, because apparently. Thankfully the load times are quick on this computer. Yeah, thankfully future games make it impossible
Hello
to sell
again.
stuff that
Is
you
there
actually
something you need? Some supplies, perhaps? Let me know what you'd like.
Yeah, that was dumb. Those hats are ugly. Well, let's put David in a helmet too. I think that's actually an option to turn the helmets off for conversation. Or
We need to get down to the wilds. The sooner you get this done, the better. Trust me.
although they helmets disappear during conversations.
Yes?
Yes.
I grew up in a village about a day's trip to the east. Little blot you wouldn't even find on a map. Haven't been back in years. I struck out for the city as soon as I could outrun my pa. I've been in Denerim for what, 6 years now? Never liked it much, but there's more purses there than anywhere else. And a pickpocket, thank you very much. Or was, anyhow. Who'd ever guess I'd end up a Grey Warden? I found them. I cut Duncan's purse while he was standing in a crowd. He grabs my wrist, but I squirm out and bolt. The old bugger can run, but the garrison caught me first. I'm a wanted man in Denerim, you see, so they were going to string me up right there. Duncan stopped them, invoked the right of conscription. I gave the garrison the finger while I was walking away. Don't know why Duncan wants someone like me, but he says finesse is important and that I'm fast with a blade. You bet your boots I am. Besides, it beats getting strung up. All right for an old bugger. He's faster than he looks, too. Hey, I'm following you, aren't I?
I think there's actually a mod to hide the helmets, but pretty sure that they vanish during conversations. Anyway, so it's kind of a running gag that mages get really ugly hats in the first 2 games before they get some really nice hats in Inquisition finally.
Say your prayers.
Of course. Yes.
I hate killing wolves in video games.
Very well.
I was told that it is kind of hard to hear me during combat, so hopefully turning down the music and the sound effects kind of fix that, but yeah.
Of course.
And this is part of a quest. So let's see, we gotta look for a tree leaning on a ruined building, pass under a fallen tree bridge, pass a submerged tower on the right, look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone, walk along a path of roots and stone, and then look for 2 large statues with a chest between them. So we just gotta look for the tree by the ruined building first. Shouldn't be too hard.
Over here. Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the 4 of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back. I still do not relish the thought of encountering an army.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Yeah. Duncan's backstory is also explored in a book. The Calling, which is also stars the ever-brilliant Fiona, whom I love with all my heart. And there's the flower to save the dog. Oop. Up. Darkspawn.